we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. Everyone's set, and the Super Bowl has officially begun. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
Look down. Here's Jackson. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Straight to the air is Richardson. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
19, go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And he's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
They sure tootin' now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Play fake, Jackson. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. First down, here's Lamar. Hyatt with the grab. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They're a rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Ravens first down. New set of downs from the 37. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down. They go play fake with Jackson. Sends this to the end zone. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Play action now with Jackson. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Luke knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up first and 10.
Ready? 19 Lions. Cougar Knights ready.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10.
Let's go now. 60, back to 60. Go.
Back to the air. It's Richardson. That one's complete, right side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Come back, team. Cowboys.
On the shotgun, it's Richardson. Complete out to the right. And he stopped cold at the spots. We won't keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Track 60. Go. 60. Pass to the left. Pass all 80. Ready, right?
Throwing again, Richardson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are finally stopped on the return. They'll still take over on the edge of the red zone.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Where you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Almost has 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Good momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Brought in. And this one does not go far.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And again, it's Jackson. Has it in close. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for him.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up.
19 Lions, 19, 18.
Back to work after throwing the pick. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first. Richardson fires quickly out wide. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
That's complete right side. And he goes down a little short of the 40. That one gains 7. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not. Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They get 6 and a first down as well.
70.
Completed out to the left. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So that'll do it for the opening quarter of Super Bowl 61. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. We'll get you back to Atlanta after this. Three more quarters to go. We're back for the second frame here of Super Bowl 61. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
It's a gain of a yard. Third down and 2.
Ready.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Quick throw to the left is complete. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a second quarter lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down just inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Taking it by Hill, right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Baltimore.
First down throw for Jackson. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Finds Hyatt. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Jackson's going to throw again. Connects on the crosser. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
And the Raven first down.
Play fake. Jackson. It's his running back. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the first down run often leads to second down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a second quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design.
Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Nick Martin picks it off. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. Well, he looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that 2-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Complete to number 5. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready up.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing out to the left. Cut! And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
A gain of a yard
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
at the 43-yard line.
19, side.
Richardson to throw again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Sacked. A loss of 11 yards. It's 3rd down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long.
Go.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther. Ready.
They'll go. It's McCaffrey. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Pop quick, right side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
This one's caught. And it's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
It's a design keeper. It's Richardson. And he gets in. Touchdown! The 49ers get some late points and the lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers jump in front now by 5.
Ravens 17.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Hey, Alfred, come on. All right. 180. Finish up. 13.
The drive begins with Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Completes a DK Metcalf. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. They go play fake with Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Lamar off the play fake. Nice gain left side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First down, Baltimore.
Now Jackson off the play action. Complete to Hyatt. And they shove him out. Looks like they got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
4 yards to go.
Turning to Henry on third. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
A 35-yard attempt.
Luke knocks it through. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
Kid, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. It's going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go. 321, go.
Gets it out wide quick, and he might throw this. And they're going to deny the trick play. The defense staying alert there, breaking up the second throw. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And he wasn't chancing the return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Richardson fires quickly out wide. And he's going to go out of bounds before he's going to make anything of that effort, partner. Going to be a loss of it. Looks like about 1 on first down. All right, here we go. 2nd down. throw completed out to the left. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Trap 60, trap 60. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Once more now, it's Richardson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas, when you watch college game to the NFL game, that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Japanese denim flying straight from Manapon. Rolling out to Durban, Bible pudding with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don. I go to Miami just for dinner.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th.
Mustang 19, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Not helping themselves with that penalty, and now lining up to try this 4th down.
Get it. 18, Gravity Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let go.
Looking to throw. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. He works it down to the 37. Down by Caleb Ransom.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
What?
From the gun, Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Henry on the option. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Fred Warner.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Play action. Here's Jackson. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Defender tips that one, but he's got it. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grab the lead on their first series of the half. Lamar on the offense staying out there, Brock. They're trying for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Completed over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
19 tight. 19.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. For big yards on the right side. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch. So give him, looks like the 27 on that completion. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
19.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Into a crowd, and intercepted. And the Ravens can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
1st down, here's Lamar. Drop this one down for Henry. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Lamar now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And they were able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Pass pulled in by Henry. This is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense. Bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Back to throw it. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. Yep, already got the stop and the turnover on downs, so they're just going to decline that penalty.
Okay, break. Warriors 17. 18, 5 here. Back to 60. Go.
1st down throw here from Richardson. Drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that,
touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
And he gets in for the score. The 2-point conversion successful. That doubles their lead to 4. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
He goes back to him yet again. Complete. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
On first down, Jackson. Look at that power, deep left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Jackson, quick pass wide. Finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
It's a gain of 4.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He'll get this to Henry. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
He's back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
It's his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. That'll do it for 3 quarters here in Super Bowl 61. Just one final act to go in our season. 2nd and 3 now. The 49ers have it with the lead and a chance to be the 3rd team ever to win 6 titles. Strong running inside the 30. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Come back in. Come back.
To throw, Richardson. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Caught quick right side. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Richardson fires quickly out wide. And he's out of bounds. It looks like they might have a shot block, but they're going to be left 2 yards short now. It's 4th down.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
This is design run for Richardson. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
4th down, you want the ball in the hands of your biggest and best playmaker. In a lot of offenses, that is the QB. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down in time.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets all down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, Jackson. Finds a man right side. And This gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. New set of downs from 37. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Lamar throwing again. Short pass brought in. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Jackson's going to throw again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call pretty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd down now. They need 7. Again, it's Jackson to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 3rd down.
And 7 yards to go.
He'll throw it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson yet again. Completed to his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And again, it's Jackson. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha, what? What? 180. Hey, shot. Report.
To throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them.
Oh, no, the ball is loose! And this is picked up by the 49ers! And no return after that recovery. Do get the fumble, but they're going to have it deep on their own side. Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Back to throw. Has it at the 7. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
A draw now. This is Henry. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Here he is to throw. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
32, 49ers 30.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. First and 10 coming up. He'll look to throw it. Put the body on the line for his team. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
When coaches discuss their favorite plays of a game, I guarantee you this one's going to be on it. Not just because of the catch, but because of the effort to go lay out and bring in an off-target throw.
Drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And they get the first down. This also moves them into range, Brock, for a potential game-winning field goal. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Cougar 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Go.
Setting up to pass. It's his running back. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, running back in the flat.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. They'll throw again, Richardson. Flushed down now to his left. He's going to keep it this time. Oh, he lost the football. And out of bounds inside the 5. Ooh, the sideline saves him there. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket. They're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them in case they cashed in when it really mattered.
Unsuccessful on the two-point try. Not that they were really worried about that particular play. All they really care about, Brock, is what happens on this upcoming kickoff.
Yeah, most importantly, you took that last-second lead when you needed it the most. Now, you just got to prevent any type of shenanigans, and you'll walk out of here with a coveted win.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. This one's knocked away, so that's incomplete, and now we've got a flag down. This may be against the offense as well. And once again, we're going to have a party in the Bay tonight. The San Francisco 49ers are Super Bowl champions. This is something that's happened 9 times before, Brock, and now we've got number 10, winning back-to-back Super Bowls, which we talk about it often, an immeasurably difficult thing to do here in the NFL.
Yeah, puts you in some pretty elite air. So many of the groups who've done it are remembered as some of the greatest. The Packers winning the first 2, the Steelers of the 70s going back-to-back twice. In more recent days, the Patriots of the early 2000s and the Chiefs a couple decades later, they're remembered among the all-time greats. And with this win, these guys have officially joined them.
Now NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell out to award the Lombardi Trophy to the San Francisco 49ers.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey.